So when a new GTA 5 update comes out, the thing that I'm most excited for is what cool new cars have they added. And as always, I always try to look for a cool new tuner car because I'm always a big fan of tuner cars and it's always nice to have a new one. Well, we got one in the previous update with this, the ZR380. But there's a problem, as you can probably tell. This doesn't really look like a car that belongs on the street. This thing is a battle car. I mean, what is this? What are these? What is this? It's all a bit much. But the problem is this is the only version we got with these armored windows and all of this rubbish. And it only gets worse from there because this thing ends up looking like that, which is absolutely terrible. However, thankfully, with the aid of mod makers, we can now get this car as it should be in its original civilian form without all of this stuff tacked onto it. So we can just have a normal looking car. And in fact, two mod makers have done this. We have the VanillaWorks team and Robin from GTA Wise Guy. And today I'm going to be looking at Robin's version purely just because we've been on a roll with checking out his car mods recently. Seems we looked at Ellie in the previous video. So this week we're going to be checking out his version and next week we're going to be checking out the VanillaWorks version and we'll compare the two. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep your eyes peeled for that. However, today we're just going to be looking at the one. And here we have a civilian version of the ZR380. As you can see, miles different from this thing. It has normal windows and normal lights and not stuff stuck on everywhere. So let's see what's changed. So the first thing I have noticed, and this purely could just be me, but I can actually open the bonnet and see the engine this time. Whereas this one, there's an engine there. I mean, I can see it right here. But for some reason I can't actually open the bonnet to have a look at it, so I always thought it just wasn't there. On the outside though, some of the stuff has remained, such as this wide arch kit. It hasn't been made completely civilian, or perhaps it might do. I don't know if the mods are going to get rid of that at any point. But we have all the badges and the lights and everything going around here. It just looks so much cleaner. I also note now that I look at the two, that the shading of the arches on the original one didn't really look right, whereas this one actually matches and it just looks so much cleaner and better. So that is a huge upgrade as well. The other thing is that this has proper air suspension, so it doesn't actually work with V-start. So if I was to enable this and I start driving, it will actually start braking and start hopping and doing all sorts of weird stuff. So we'll keep that off for this video. I'm sure you guys are going to be excited about that. So let's just go ahead and check out the parts, shall we? So we have the Sunstrip. By the way, I will instantly not remember what we had in the previous mod, so I'm just going to show this as a whole new car. We have the louvers, which I'm pretty sure does come from the original. Then we have the seats. This is going to be the 6-star racing seats right there. That just makes it look a lot cleaner. Much nicer quality seats as well. On this is going to be the engine bay. We're going to have to open the hood again. So we have the stock. We have the naturally aspirated V6, or we have a twin turbo version. Okay, so that's instantly change number one, different engines. Again, this is a tuner car. This is the sort of thing that we would have expected had this been a tuner car and would have been made by Rockstar. So this does have some really interesting engine arrays. I'm actually really liking the look of that V6 thing. I think it looks really nice. So I'm actually going to go with that. It's probably going to be hidden by the bonnet anyway. Onto the spoiler, we have the stock. We have the factory wing. Just a nice little one down there. We have the Anis Race Wing. We have the 380 Destiny Wing. Again, I don't know how many of these are new and how many of these are taken from the original. We also have the Garage Wing. We have the Ducktail right there. Pretty interesting. We have the chassis mount wing. I tell you what, I'm really warming to these chassis mount style wings. There's something about them that I just love. Then we have the Street Cruiser, which is that and the Ducktail. And then we have the Drift King wing, which I believe is going to be similar to the one that was used by DK in Tokyo Drift on his 350Z. On the front bumper, we have the options of the stock, the Street bumper, or the Drift bumper. Okay, interesting. I'm actually going to go with the drift bumper because, again, I'm pretty sure that is based on DK's 350Z, so I'm going to pick that again and we'll build that as the first car. On the rear bumper, we have the stock, and then we just have a massive diffuser. I mean, always a big fan of diffusers, never going to say no to one of those. I'll go for that. Actually, saying that, there are some cars where diffusers don't look great, but this one yeah, I think it looks good. On the side skirts, we have the stock, and then we have the street skirts. It's kind of I like this bit here. That interesting sort of curve round. I quite like that, really. Also, it's going to match this because it's all going to be the same color, so I'm going to go for that. On the hood, then, we have the stock. We have the vented hood, which is going to be like the original one. Then we have the bulge hood, a little bit smooth. Also debadges it, I'm pretty sure. Yep, it debadges it. And then we also have the boost scooper hood, which I believe would have the turbo sitting there if we were to go ahead and go back to this and select the turbo one. Yeah, okay, the turbos would be right there. That makes sense. But as we've gone for the NAV6, I guess we'll go for a different hood. We'll go for the bulge hood. Why not? And then, of course, we have the liveries. So we have the stock. We have the show car sponsors livery, which is going to add all of these names. We've got GTA Wise Guy. We've got Fix Up Device Global, 6-Star Crew, Hockenfart. Air ride suspension, of course, because this does have air ride suspension for Karu, Mine Macked, all that sort of stuff going on. Or we have, of course, the Drift King livery, the DK livery. So this is going to be a full DK car. We've got the black wings, we've got the black bonnet, and all the graphics on the side, so we just need to make this grey then, I guess. I'd say probably dark steel is going to be right. Silver's just a little bit too bright. I think dark steel is going to be the winner for this one. And then for the wheels, well, I really like these stock wheels, especially with these massive spikes going on in the middle there with the bolts. However, it doesn't really look like the wheels that DK's car had, so I'm going to try and find the original wheels as much as I can. Actually, these are very similar. The middle part is different, but let's see if we can find something else. You know what? I've gone through, and I think that's probably going to be the closest. It's deep dish, it's got chrome rims, it's got grey in the middle. That's as close as we're going to get it. So there we have DK's 350Z right there with all the air suspension. As you move, it lifts up and then parks up. There you go, as you stop. And that is that build done. That is DK's, and again, this is something that Rockstar would do. They would reference something in real life, same as we were definitely expecting a little bit more livery stuff based on Fast and Furious from the Jester. Maybe in the next update we'll get this as a civilian model. And maybe they'll have this reference in there. I don't know. But that's the sort of thing you'd expect Rockstar to have done had they have put this out as a civilian car, which was just a tuner car that you can go to Benny's or whatever and tune it up. But right now, Robin has done a fantastic job with this. So let's just try and build one more using a different style. Seems in this one's a bit cliche. We knew this one was going to be made. Let's try out another one. Oh, and also, actually, whilst I'm going through here, I realised I just missed one thing. There was also a headlight duct as well, so we can actually have that on one side. So, again, that's another thing. I always do this. I'm so sorry when this happens. Yeah, there we go. There's an extra bit. And so here we are done with the second one. And again, my car is indicating and I don't know why. But other than that, I went for the stock bumper because I thought it looked pretty good. And I kept the side skirts as well, the original ones, just because I thought that it matched with the black at the bottom. Although, to be honest, there is a lot of black there. And I think I could probably do with just going on those skirts and just going for the street and it would still look good. Yeah, do you know what? Actually, that looks so much better. And also, you might notice a little bit of camber there because I have actually enabled this with V-Stancer. It hasn't bugged out or anything right now. I've just got it to sit right with V-Stancer. I've gone for this big, massive spoiler. I've gone for the ducktail as well because I think they look pretty cool. And, of course, I've gone for the diffuser. And that is a winning combo right there. I didn't go for the sunscreen, so I think that was a bit too much. Okay, you can see it's starting to bug there. It actually settles to the right thing that it should be. It just sort of goes a bit funny when you stop the car. So yeah, it's not really V-Stancer friendly if you wanted to do some stunts, but you definitely can for pictures. But there we go. That is it. This has been an interesting one. I will check out next week the VanillaWorks version that the VanillaWorks team have worked on. That one I should have actually featured a while ago. It was just one of those mods that for some reason got pushed back and I'd never managed to do it. So that will definitely be coming up very soon. So we can compare the two. I'm interested to see two different takes by two completely different sets of people on how they do the same thing. It would be interesting to see. So if you want to see that, you can click subscribe and you can check that out probably, I don't know when this video is going up because I'm setting these all in the future. But hopefully it will be done the week after, maybe a week from now. We'll see. So there we go, that is it. If you have watched this entire video, as we always do on this channel, you can say noodle in the comment section below. That just lets me know that you've watched the whole video. But apart from that, that's it. I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.